Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is John Dean. Thank you ever so much for checking this video out. Just wanted to check in because I've been feeling a bit, hit by a few things in life, and sometimes, you can have that feeling where you sort of feel like you've got an elephant sat on your head in doing whatever you're trying to achieve in life. And when we're trying to set up a business, when we're trying to make headway, there requires a lot of perseverance. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to focus on that for a second, is the topic of perseverance. If you're going to achieve anything in life, you will need perseverance. And I struggle with this, to be honest. I struggle with perseverance in any good area of life. It's something I've always sort of struggled with, is persevering in doing what I'm doing. I guess sometimes I feel like I get bored in a certain area. If I try and get in a routine of something, I quickly get bored and I sort of want to shuffle things up and change things up. So that leads to me sometimes not doing so well in the area of perseverance. So don't take this as me being the guru in perseverance, because I'm certainly not. So really I wanted to pose the question, what can help us persevere in our business, in our business ideas, in what we're trying to achieve in the business world, but also what we're trying to achieve in life generally. One of the most important things in this department is to have a clear vision for the future, is to have, that really carved out in our mind as to where we want to get to. What are we doing our business for? What is the end goal in mind? For me, my purpose, I guess my why for doing my business, is really surrounding my family. It's so I can be there for them a lot more, so I can be there to support them. My son's starting school next year and I want to be there. If he injures himself at school, I want to be able to go and pick him up and sort him out. I don't want to be one of these dads that is in Scotland doing a job that I don't want to do, and I'm a million miles away from being able to help my son if he's had an issue at school, things like that. So really that's one big motivator for me in doing this YouTube channel, in running my businesses online, is to really be there for my family. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that too, to be there for your loved ones. And one of the things that we're encouraged to do in the training in the community that I'm part of is to really carve out what our ideal day is. So in actual fact, I've sort of written my ideal day down, and I've really I try my best to sort of think on it every so often when I've got a spare few minutes. I really try and sort of ponder it, and particularly when I'm feeling low, I like to do that as well. When I'm feeling like I don't know if I can do this, that type of thing, I like to just take a minute, maybe lay down on the bed or something like that, and just imagine what my ideal day would be like, and imagine myself in that place. Because all around the world there's people that are living their ideal day. There's people that have quit their jobs, said goodbye to their bosses, because they have created that vision and it's become a reality for them. Whatever method that they've done to get there is up to them, but they've created that for them. So that's my point really, is to really carve out what your vision is, to really have that in the forefront of your mind, and that will keep you going, keep the fire burning, I guess, to help you really sort of implement your vision. So the second thing I want to talk about is turning negative situations into positive things. A lot of our success depends on our outlook on life. And if something negative happens to you and you go into that sort of Eeyore mentality, if you've ever watched Winnie the Pooh, you know what I'm talking about.
It's okay, I'll learn to live without it.
Where Eeyore just sort of sits by the stream and sort of cries all day. If you sort of stay in that place, then that won't do you any good. What we have to do is try our best to sort of pick ourselves up and actually turn negative situations into fuel to become, you know, positive outcomes in our life. And this topic here can be incredibly challenging, so I'm not trying to sort of blanket it as a really easy thing to implement, because it really isn't, and I'm not great at it myself. But one thing we do have to watch, I guess, is to be self-aware and to really sort of notice when we're sort of starting to feel depressed, when we're starting to get down, that we haven't achieved what we want to do. You know, this happens to me quite often, to be honest, because I'm not there yet. I'm not in a place where I can quit my job and scrap my 9 to 5 and be my own boss. And that does get me down, because I'm working a job, you know, that I don't, you know, it's a good job, it's, you know, a good company to work for, but it's not something I'm necessarily 100% passionate about. It means that I'm not using the creative gifts that I've got as much as I would like, which does sort of frustrate me, to be honest. And all those things, and generally the grind of life, family life. If you've got young kids, I've got 2 young boys, whilst they're amazing, they can, you know, really pull on your resources, shall we say. But what I want to say is it's about turning those heavy feelings into fuel to really engage, to really focus on helping someone else, I guess. I've been feeling a bit low recently and today, and in fact actually I wasn't going to make this video, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to pick up the camera, I'm going to share something that might help someone else out in their business, in their life generally. And I'm going to talk about something that I'm currently struggling with, which is perseverance, because in a lot of ways I just sort of feel like being like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, and just going somewhere and crying all day because I haven't achieved my dreams. But that's not going to help anyone out. And I know what will help someone out is turning that negativity, I guess, into positivity by helping someone else out, by adding value to someone else's life. So I decided to fire up this camera and talk to you, just ramble on about perseverance. So hopefully you're getting something out of this video. And if you have got something out of this video, please do hit the like button. But also on the topic of feeling negative, my next point is really to just highlight the fact that sometimes you need to pull away and take a break, pull back a bit, give yourself a bit of a fresh perspective on life. Because sometimes when you're in the grind, when you're trying to start your business, when you're trying your best to make videos, when you're building your website, things like that, you can get so focused, so sort of focused on what you're doing, almost like your horse with blinders on, and you can't see anything else around you. Sometimes it's very healthy to just pull back, give yourself a bit of a break. Pat yourself on the back for all the good things that you've managed to achieve in the course of the last week or the last month. Think about the fact that maybe you've made your website, you've built your landing page, that you've set up your email autoresponder, things like that. Pull back and just congratulate yourself. Go and do something that is almost like a pat on the back to you. And I think that's incredibly helpful, because when you go back into sort of the grind, so to speak, when you then come back after you've pulled away and you go back to work and things like that, you start to realise there's different opportunities. Your eyes have been opened, your eyes have been refreshed, you've got fresh eyes, so to speak, on the situation, and you can really dive in deep, and that will help you persevere. So I would say listen to what your inner self is saying. If your inner self is saying, you know what, I'm knackered, I'm exhausted, I can't do any more, I'm struggling with the amount of pressure that is on my life right now, pull back. Don't edit that video, don't do that work in the evening. Just take a chill pill, step back for a little bit, relax, recuperate, and then dive in the next day or a few days time. Don't beat yourself up for needing to do that. It's perfectly normal and it's perfectly fine to feel that way. It's just a case of being self-aware in that area and allowing yourself room to take a break. And obviously the key with perseverance is to never give up, because there will be a lot of challenges that come our way, a lot of pressures, a lot of things that won't work. You might get people that unsubscribe to your email list, things like that. Those can really sort of weigh heavy on us, because we want to feel like we're doing well, we want to feel like we are progressing, but anything that is of value will take a lot of sacrifice a lot of the time, will take a lot of wading through treacle, shall we say. So I just wanted to encourage you to never give up. Never give up on your dream. You might need to shift your gears in order to get to your dream. So for instance, if you started paid advertising on YouTube and you realise, you know what, my budget is a bit too low really, am I actually going to do this? Then maybe shift your gears to create some organic YouTube content for a season, and then when you've got a bit more budget, or when you think actually I'm ready now to really dive into this again, then throw yourself wholeheartedly at it. But whatever you do, don't give up on that dream of finding work freedom, of finding that place where you can be free, because if you keep pursuing it, you keep hammering at that nail, you will eventually find your path. It might take some time. To me, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to find it no matter what, because I'm set on it. I'm not going to live my life forever in a job that I don't particularly enjoy. That's not good enough for me. I'm going to find my vision. I'm going to find my purpose, because that is where my vision is, and I'm determined to get there, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep hammering at that nail until it goes in. What a rubbish illustration that was, but you know what I mean. Thanks ever so much for watching this, guys. Hopefully this video has given you some value. Hopefully this video has given you some value. If it has, please do remember to hit that like and the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. That will seriously help me out, and I'm obviously trying to grow my YouTube channel, so I would appreciate any support that you can offer. Please do drop me a comment on YouTube as well. That really help me see that people are interested in what I've got to offer. Much appreciated. If there's any questions you've got about video production, about running an online business, please do drop me a line. I don't promise to have all the answers, but I will certainly try my best to find one for you. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. This has been John Dean for Find Work Freedom. Bye for now.